despite a large body of evidence that we collect last 10 years, ultra-processed food was associated, I say associated, there's no causality for the moment, with poor healthy diets. And we see for the moment only few countries taking into account those associations and start developing policies to reduce ultra-processed food. Natural banana to something very with too much sugar, so on, is completely different. So I think we need to add to the nutrient adequacy something about the processing, because we don't have the same food, and some evidence show that it's not only about how many protein, how many fat, and so on, but we need to take into account the matrix effect. It's something difficult to demonstrate, but we see that, and when we look at the different study, it's very hard to understand what is processed or ultra-processed food, what are the markers, what are the good markers for ultra-processed food, and how we can link those markers to poor health outcome. So we need to go for more evidence-based approach for this classification. I don't think it's the time to do it for the moment, because it's difficult to, we are not saying don't eat ultra-processed foods, because what we would try to do is to avoid such situation. I see that in some countries, on some settings, they are consuming up to 80% of their calories from ultra-processed foods. So we need to moderate. So in addition to ultra-processed food, you are working on animal source origin, on meat in general, looking at meat, poultry, dairy, eggs, and we are using another approach to avoid all the bias or the problem with evidence that we are looking at substitution, because if you reduce a certain amount of meat, what will be the substitution? It's very important to look at that. So at the end, I think we will collect enough evidence to show that we are not saying stop eating all of those food, but if we gave some recommendation, like saying no more than 15% of ultra-processed food in your diet in general. I give this example, but it can be low or high.